Hello, everyone. This is Jackson Urey alongside Jared Rigdon for the Basketball State Podcast, Episode 3. And we've got our first guest, Javon Small, a 2021 point guard of Franklin Central. And we're super stoked to have you on. Thank you for coming on today.
Appreciate you guys for having me, for sure.
So just to reiterate, we were talking a little earlier, but tell me what the system is like right now at Franklin Central, like with going to school versus being online and how that's going.
Tuesdays and Thursdays I go to school, and then Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays we have online. Since it's like too many people for all of us to be in there at once. So the online system it's okay right now. I kind of don't like it, but I'd rather go in school than online. But I mean, it's not too bad.
Okay. I mean, it's good that you get to at least go in some days for sure. Just to kind of give a little precursor, anyone who might not know your background, you've really blown up throughout the AAU season. And obviously, you've been like waiting on your time to really show everybody that. In this AAU season that's obviously been very different due to COVID-19, how has that been like and what's really stood out to you in terms of the differences?
It was kind of hard because some tournaments we had to sit outside for an hour to 2 hours away just to play. When if it wasn't any COVID situation, we would have been in there, getting able to warm up and just watch other people play. But this year we didn't. Plus, we had missed out on a lot of tournaments. Like we were supposed to go to Vegas, Atlanta, Missouri, but all of our tournaments were local, and most of them were in Indianapolis. But Coach Mike still did a good job, my AAU coach, of getting us in front of the right competition and right coaches for them to see. So he's done a good job with that.
And what was it like for you playing with a guard like Shamar? Obviously, another talented point guard in the 2021 class, but you guys seem to kind of complement each other this year on the AAU circuit.
Yeah, it's definitely fun playing with Shamar. Another guard that can score, pass, shoot, super athletic. So it's not that much of a difference between our games. We're both leaders and we both can do anything you ask us to. But it's definitely fun playing with him.
So tell us a little bit. Obviously, you just mentioned Shamar. You played for George Hill, All Indy, and have you been playing with them for a couple of years, or was this your first year? Or how long have you been with the program?
This is my first year playing with George Hill, All Indy.
Who did you play with previously?
Indy Heat Gym Rats with Coach Chris.
And so going back to the AAU circuit, you landed your first offer, and then quite a few started coming in. So who all has offered you to this point?
My first offer was Ball State, and then Indiana State, IE, PFW, Kent State, Akron, IUPUI, and Miami, Ohio.
Have any of those schools kind of like prioritized you more than the others?
Right now I would say Indiana State because like I've been talking to their head coach every single day. Me and him have a good relationship, but also I do have a good relationship with all the other coaches. Like I still keep in contact with all of them. But me and Coach Lansing from Indiana State, have a really good relationship, and we text every single day.
Is it kind of important to you to see how other Indy area kids, project at those schools or thrive? Obviously, guys like Jake LaRavia from Lawrence Central, now Indiana State, had a really good freshman year. Is it kind of important to see how those kind of guys grow and expand their game while they're at those different colleges?
For sure. Like Jake, he was kind of like a late bloomer, just like myself as well. He's trying to get to the NBA, and I think he like really has a chance, especially playing at Indiana State. And even though it was like I want to say a local school, but like mid-major D1, it's a school that fits perfect for him, and that's what it's really about. Going to a school that fits for yourself.
Beyond those offers, who else is showing interest in you right now?
Virginia Tech, Georgia, TCU, and California.
So you got some high majors on the radar, and like I guess a lot of the term interest gets thrown around there all the time. But other than like an offer, how is interest like quantified?
Interest is like I still talk to like the for example Virginia Tech. Frazier, we talk every single day. He's trying to get me on a Zoom call, which I'm definitely looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Virginia Tech, they started talking to me around like last week.
Okay.
Me and Coach Frazier talk 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, calling each other every day. He's telling me what I got to do better, to get to like the next level. And that's basically like their interest level when they tell you.
Now that you're a senior, is there any limit that college coaches can have like contact with you, or what does that schedule look like? How often can you talk to coaches, and is there like a limit on how much you can talk to them?
I talk to the coaches usually every day, or like whenever I want to. Like I just check up on them and say like, coach, how you doing? Like hope you have a good day. Just simple stuff. So it's not like I on the phone with them for hours, but I just talk to them every here and there and just check in with them.
Has the process been stressful? Has it been fun? How has it felt?
It has honestly, it's felt like I stopped carrying the 10,000 bricks on my shoulders. But that's really felt like when I got my first offer. It was like, man, it's still more work to do, but some work's starting to pay off, and coaches are definitely seeing it.
With the high major interest, and then kind of where you are projecting with the offers you have, where do you feel like you're most college ready, and where do you want to improve the most?
What I want to say I want to improve the most is I would say developing into my body, like learning how to use my body the right way, because when I get to college, it's going to be 6'5" guards, 6'6" guards, bigger, stronger, faster. So I have to just use my body to my advantage. I'm probably going to grow like 2 more inches, if not 1 more. So, I got to use my speed the right way. But besides that, like I know how to, lead a team. I can shoot, dribble, score. I can do everything. But, just learn how to use my body the correct way, I would say.
In the AAU season, it seems like you and Shamar in the backcourt, and just the team as a whole is kind of given some bigger programs some trouble just defensively. Is that something you pride yourself in? Diving for loose balls, playing good defense that leads to the offensive fast break.
Coach Mike has stressed, not even just Coach Mike. I would say, like most coaches, they stress defense more than they do offense. So, if we get 5 stops and we score 3 times out of those 5, then the lead is just going to boost up. So, they just been telling us, don't worry about missed shots, made shots. We're definitely going to score the ball. But as long as we can stop the other team from scoring, that's what's going to help us, win most of our games.
Transitioning more to like the school season, obviously from 18-19 and 19-20, Franklin Central, you guys had a big jump from I think 3-20 to 14-9.
Mm-hmm.
How big of a difference was made when Coach Byers came in and implemented his system?
Coach Byers' system is it's a good system. Like he knows when we need to hold the ball, because there isn't no shot clock.
Mm-hmm.
But like how it is in other states. But if we have a lead and we need to just burn some time off the clock, Coach Byers, he knows how to run like a simple motion offense. We can burn some time off the clock, and on top of that, he likes to play full court defense and run up and down for us. So like I said, Coach Byers is another coach that stresses defense all the time, and defense leads to fast break scores and in our offense.
Yeah, and it seems like when he was at Warren Central, he had guards like Dean Tate and Antoine Cushenberry, and then even to an extent David Bell that would kind of pressure you on the ball and force turnovers. Is that kind of what he has you doing in his system? Is kind of being one of those guys that pressures the ball and just defense into offense, and all of a sudden you can get the rest of the team going there.
Yeah, for sure. That's at practice, he will pull me over to the side or even in front of the team and be like, man, you're our best defender, so all of our points are going to come off of our defense. So, you need to start picking up full court, pressuring the ball a lot more, and just, being our defensive leader. Yeah, you can get our fast break scores, our easy points and transition for our offense. So, he definitely stresses defense.
Do you have, I mean, I know it's so early and things are changing so fast, but do you have any indication on how this season's going to look in terms of fans and how it's going to be played out and all of that stuff?
Right now, I think they're letting around 250 people inside the gym, so we can still have some type of fans in the section or whatnot. But that's all I heard as of right now.
Do you think it's going to be one of those situations? I think we've kind of seen in the NBA bubble where that when there's no fans around, you kind of separate, the guys that are just, bucket getters, the guys that are just there to hoop versus the guys that are kind of there to put on a show. Do you think that's kind of going to separate, some players that are really there just to hoop and, and score the ball versus the guys that are just there kind of for the entertainment purpose?
Yeah, I think that's definitely going to change. Like you said, some people just play for the fans instead of nobody's watching. Like for example, it might be a player on the team that might have all the cameras there for themselves. They try to do the most for the cameras, and then if there's nobody at the games, then they're going to be like, wow, well, I'm not trying to impress anybody anymore. So it's definitely going to be different, I would say.
What are your expectations going into your senior season with the recruiting part of it? Because obviously, this AAU season, was so weird and coaches really weren't able to see you in person. Do you think that there's going to be like a bigger reliance on the school season and more offers will be handed out rather than during the summertime when it usually is?
Yeah, I think so because, like you said, nobody really was able to see me play in person. So it'd be a lot different if, like the coaches were able to come to like the practices or like the open gyms or even the games. So I think it would be a lot more offers handed out, than it was this past summer because coaches are actually able to, go to the games.
To build off that part of it, what are your personal expectations for senior year? Obviously, Jalen Hooks is transferring out, and he was a really talented player. And I would assume not only even if he were there, you're a senior, so you're going to be in kind of the primary leadership role of the team.
Just like how I was last year, I wasn't a senior, but I was still, one of the biggest leaders on the team. So, this year it's just all about, finding a way to get my team to win, I would say. To get a way to win, even if I had to switch up a whole game plan or me and Coach Bryce had to switch up a whole game plan. And then, I mean, that's really all it is. I just got to figure out, who has to post up, who has to, sit in the corner and wait for me to drive and kick the ball to them so they can knock down an open shot. So I'm always I'm always a play ahead of the defense, I would say. So I just got to know how to, use my team the correct way.
Back in the late 2000s with Juwan Johnson, and then with Marcus Burke a couple of years ago, Franklin Central has had some really talented teams. How important is it for you to kind of reestablish Franklin Central as a formidable threat, throughout the Indianapolis area and then throughout the state as a whole?
It's definitely important. Like Coach Rocky, I remember he used to say Marcus Burke's name all the time in practice. How he changed the the environment. And, that's basically just what I'm trying to do as well. I'm just trying to make a name for myself, especially at Franklin Central.
What would it mean to you if you were, named an Indiana All-Star in 2021? That's obviously, top 13, 14 guys in the state right there.
Yeah, it's definitely an honor that, they'll be named like, Indiana All-Star, Mr. Basketball, or any type of other accolades. But at the end of the day, if I'm not selected, then I'm not going to, sit here and cry about it. I'm just going to just work harder so I can get, even a bigger accolade. So that's really all it is.
It's a good mentality to go about it.
For sure.
How, I don't know, does senior year just as a school year, is pretty, it's pretty special in terms of like, it's kind of crazy how you almost got there. I mean, how much are you dying just to get back on that court and to improve yourself even more?
More than I could even explain. I'm just trying to, just play basketball one more time especially since it's my last year of high school. So I'm trying to just play basketball one more time and then, just get ready for college. That's one of my biggest things.
We see a lot of good battles on the AAU court and then on the school court, obviously. But, like most of the hoopers in the Indy area have a pretty good relationship, especially at the high school level. I mean, you're close with a lot of guys throughout Indianapolis.
I'm close with a few. I would say I met them around last year over social medias or whatnot. But at the end of the day, if we're on the court, we can text all day. We can be
Mm-hmm.
all day. But as soon as we lace our shoes up and step on the hardwood, then I'm not going to know you till the clock says 0.
Respect
uh,
that.
I know you said the Zoom call with Frazier, but are you
Mm.
trying to get to any school specifically and see it in person?
Um, um, I would say right now Indiana State and Ball State. Those are the two I would want to take official visits right now. But other than that, not really. I'm not trying to say I don't have interest in the other schools, but
Mm-hmm.
just two, I would say I would want to take my first 2 official visits. That's what I would say.
Gotcha.
Have you actually, have you been on any like virtual? I know that a lot of schools have been on virtual tours or whatever. Have you been on any of those, or has it just been mostly just talking with coaches and stuff like that?
No, I've been on a virtual tour with IPFW. They had a nice campus, nice gym, and then their coaching staff was always like it was. Their coaching staff was cool as well. So
What was it like? Did they just kind of like walk you around, or did they just like have like a video prepared already?
they had a video prepared on YouTube, I believe, and
Oh,
then
okay.
they made me share share the screen, so like
Okay.
family can see, and their campus was pretty cool.
What's one of your favorite, basketball memories? It could be either AAU, high school, middle school, whatever. Maybe what's one of your favorite memories that kind of stands out right now?
My favorite memory. I'm 17 now, so I've been playing basketball since I was 2 years old. So for the last 15 years, my favorite memory would be just playing with my older brother. I like he doesn't live with me now. He's on his own, but my big brother is probably one of like my biggest inspirations. And he taught me how he basically just changed me into the man I am today. Really, my attitude, mentality. Uh, like I'll be like 5 years old, he'll be like 9 or 10, and he'll block my shot all the time, and like wouldn't let me get any easy bugs or anything. So he definitely was like a type of love hate love situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's my guy, and I love him for life. So playing with my big brother for sure.
That's awesome.
For familiarity purposes, once again, you're growing, but fans haven't really been out there for AAU to see you play as much. Who would be a good like comparison to who you like model your game after?
Uh, John Moran, I would say. I'm
All right.
very athletic. I know how to run a team, can pass. So me and him definitely, play just alike.
It's not a bad comparison right there.
Yeah, it's really, really good one.
All right.
Well, Javon, thank you very much for coming on the show today. Really appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun talking.
For sure. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it as well.
Of course, man, and good luck, obviously, in this upcoming season. We're all hoping that we can get a full season under our belts here.
For sure. Thank you.